Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Shit, I didn't prepare. Okay, I guess we're going with these cards. I already shuffled these two. I was gonna go for another deck, but okay. The Fool and the Hermit coming out immediately in the reverse. Someone holding back, someone resisting something. You're going, okay, a little bit depressed, but not just depressed. Okay, yeah, cut off from your intuition. We have the Empress coming out, and this is a really big theme in your life right now. Why? Is that why I just went with my instinct just now. Usually I would have stopped the video, got my other deck, and just cleared the energy again, but I just went with the flow. I have to take a look at these cards for a second because these are incredibly important cards in the major arcana. So this is a life theme of yours, collective. You're holding back on something. You're not taking a chance on something. There's a feeling of recklessness, like you're making a bad choice. And one of those bad choices, at the very least, this could just be you feeling lonely, feeling like you have no one to ask for advice, no one to ask for help. But it could also be that you're isolating as a coping mechanism, like a defense mechanism, and that's not good. That's one of the bad choices you're making. You're blocking yourself creatively right now. You're displaying a little bit shadow attributes. I hate to be the one to call you out, but you couldn't have gotten a better person to call you out because I love mean people and bad people. Don't misconstrue what I say. Actually, I don't care. Wish come true. This is giving bratty energy. Why? We have the Nine of... Okay. And the King of Pentacles exactly in the reverse. We have the Nine of Cups. So are you feeling unhappy even though you got everything you want? You're still feeling unhappy? That calls for introspection and self-reflection and self-elevation and self-transformation, right? Okay, so we have some shadow attributes coming out here with the Empress in the reverse as well as the King of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna take them. Look at who just came. They're girlfriends. I don't know why I said that. Queen of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. So, okay, before we move on to the kings and the queens, well, the queens really, let's talk about the fact that you're feeling like everything you've accomplished, or even in the situation you find yourself in right now where you should be happy, you're not. You feel cut off from yourself. You feel like the life you're living, whew, you you feel like the life you're living is not yours. It feels fake. It feels like you're stuck in a life that looks good from the outside but that isn't yours to live. This has something to do with your money, but more than money. This is really everything. To me, if the wands had come out as well, I would have taken this as everything, but the Hermit does have I mean, it's a walking wand. But still, he's taking action towards himself. I'm going to interpret the cards how I want because these are my eyes. So you feel depleted in all aspects of your life, of your psyche, your emotions, the way you act, the way you think, what you say, what you have. It doesn't feel like it belongs to you for some reason. Right now, you're yearning or craving clarity and material safety. Like, you feel like you're not being nurtured enough. Your mind and body are not being nurtured enough. You feel depleted in your body and in your mind. I want to see something though, because for some of you, this could also mean a change of scenery happening, like a change of your emotional scenery. And I want to see if I'm on the right track. Okay, yeah. We have the Three of Pentacles, another queen. Okay, so there's three queens. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take her in the upright though. I'm feeling I'm doing this intuitively right now because we have three queens here and we have three queens right here. You see them? So any triple goddess could be relevant. First of all, this is starting to feel spiritual now all of a sudden. It feels, and I've never gotten this kind of woo-woo message in a reading before. It feels like I'm channeling. I cleansed the energy with something else today, so it feels like I'm channeling completely different foreign energies that, like, as opposed to like the energies that I usually channel. This has suddenly started to feel very spiritual in the sense that these could be deities in your energy right now, like goddesses, Aphrodite, Hecate. What was her name? The one with the cats. Egypt. This is just coming through intuitively, but I'm going to move on to this. So, what you're craving is balance. You feel depleted in your emotions. You feel depleted in your soul. Your mind, body, and soul are depleted. You feel like you can't celebrate what you should be celebrating, you know? All of these things, I might be talking to a masculine energy, but this is just that you provided a certain life for yourself. You've reached a certain lifestyle through your own hard work and stuff like that. And you're not happy with where you are right now. It's like you're not accepting your own life. And you realize this suddenly too. You might have been at some sort of event, or I'm not sure why I was getting that, but you were at some sort of big event, and like people were really like Met Gala-esque clothing and all that, and you realize, what the hell is this? Why am I here? Or just, I'm also now seeing college classroom, like the big ones, the halls, you know, like with the seats that go upwards. I don't know. The rows of seats, and you were looking around, listening to the lecturer, like the professor, and you realize that you really don't like what you're hearing. Why are you here? Something like that, something that you worked hard for to accomplish. You now realize that you actually don't want it. And you realize this really suddenly. And for some reason, this sudden awareness about your circumstances and that they were not as you imagined them has come from this energy, this super female energy. I don't like that I said female. I meant feminine. It's different, feminine and female. But something has been activated. Something has been activated in you. I'm trying to figure out how. Let's figure out together how this was activated. Because I still can't let go of the thought of the goddesses that I just had. The way the Three of Queens, I've never pulled cards like these before. This is like a new thought that I'm struggling to express somehow. Or it's like I'm tapping into places that I've never tapped into before. This could be very personal to you. If I show you these cards, maybe it has more meaning to you. We have 3 queens and the 3 of cups, which is celebration. I'm celebrating with the people around you, celebrating your creativity in your community, just being happy in your community, right? So, okay, we have running as well as commitment coming out. So we have opposites. Okay, there's opposites coming out. Let's get one more card. Okay, peace, balance, harmony, friendship. So there's no more cards. This has something to do, and this is going to get just more abstract. If this resonates, I would really like to get some feedback if this resonates, because this is feeling a little bit all over the place. The way the sudden awareness of your circumstances, that you are stuck in a life that you don't want for yourself, even though you worked really hard for it, has something to do with the balance between running and staying, committing and avoiding, like attaching and avoiding. Masculine, feminine energy as well, because that was coming up earlier, and it has something to do with finding a balance between these two energies. This is usually, I see this usually in I'm gonna pull more cards. I feel too unsure. I focus usually on romance when it comes to energies like that, but this is not feeling, this is just one part. Even if there was romance involved, and when it came to these energies and your awareness being heightened all of a sudden about your life, it's not the only thing. It's just one small part. Conflict, convict, clashing differences, incompatibility. Okay, Jesus, these cards, man. Waiting, cycles, moments, time, emotional storm. This has something to do with natural cycles, your life cycles. I mean, we were getting really intense cards from the major arcana in the beginning. This has something to do with your life cycles, the way you give energy, the way you receive energy, and how that influences the stages of life, or the lifestyles, or just the eras of life you find yourself in. This is the most abstract reading I've ever done. I'm not even sure what I'm saying right now, you know. I'm just literally reading the cards. But if that made sense to you, very nice. I hope you liked your reading, and I'll see you in the next one.